Ocean City, Maryland's Atlantic Ocean Resort. Efforts to establish a resort on the barrier island began as early as 1839. In the late 1860s, constructions of the Wicomico and Pocomoke Railroad promised an increase in beach visitors, prompting investors to lay out streets and building lots on 267 acres, patented as the ladies' resort to the ocean. The resort became known as Ocean City by 1875, when the first major oceanfront hotel was opened. Maryland Historical Trust, Maryland State Highway Administration, Ocean City, Maryland's Atlantic Ocean Resort. Let's go. Good evening, good people. This is P9 with another video, and I am in the resort city of Ocean City, Maryland. And this is an Atlantic resort coast city in Worcester County, Maryland. And the population is 6,844 local residents. However, during the summertime, the population swells to well over 1 million visitors. On an annual basis, Ocean City receives over 1 million visitors and anywhere between 250 to 345,000 vacationers during the summertime. So Ocean City is definitely a real crowded city during the summer. It isn't quite summer yet. It's still the spring, as it's early May. But there's plenty of things to do here in this resort city. Plenty of shops. I'm walking down Baltimore Avenue. And it's a breezy night here in Ocean City. But I figured I'd do a night stroll. Now, during peak vacation season, Ocean City gains over 1,000 seasonal police officers plus extra firefighters and other workers because of the massive population surge during that time of the year. So they have to definitely make sure to maintain public safety. And they have this souvenir shop right here. It's called the Beach. What is the Beach Place? They sell souvenirs, sunglasses, all type of beach merchandise and stuff like that. And there's also a lot of resorts and hotels down the strip of Baltimore Avenue. But I wanted to detour real quick and come down over by the beach. I did a Virginia Beach vlog at night on the strip, and tonight I'm doing an Ocean City, Maryland night vlog on the strip. So it's really nice to see the lights at night. As you can see the arch right there for Ocean City, Maryland. Check out all the shops that they have down here. They have the Quiet Storm Surf Shop. They have a statue of a firefighter over there. Starting to feel a little bit of rain, but nothing too crazy. It's just real windy right now. Not super windy, but you can feel the breeze coming off you can definitely feel the wind and the breeze coming off the ocean for sure. Because we are right here on the Atlantic Ocean and that breeze is something serious. But you know, I always have to get the murals. And right here is the mural. It says, "Greetings from Ocean City, Maryland." It's just a picture of some people right there with the surfboards. And I think all of this right here is from the OCDC Public Art Program in memory of Gene and Harold Greenspan, 1958. Ocean City Lifesaving Museum. So yeah, we're definitely over here on the boardwalk. Caroline Street stage. Here's a marker on what is now the corner of Caroline Street and Boardwalk. Ocean City's life-saving station was built in 1878 and sat at the once northern edge of Ocean City. The life-saving station was a part of the coastal system established by the United States Treasury Department for saving of vessels in distress and lives in peril in the water. The surfman station at Ocean City became an integral part of the newly developing town. Heroic deeds of rescue earned them the respect of the community. And as you can see right here, these are life-saving drills that took place at the U.S. Life-Saving Station in Ocean City, Maryland. And also, you had surfmen who were called upon to rescue boaters in the bay and were first responders to any emergency in town, such as assisting residents in storms. And yeah. This is the surfman station at the life-saving station, which functioned as a beach patrol during the summer seasons. So yes, this is a life-saving station here in Ocean City. Sits right over here. Sound like a little bit of nightlife going on in one of these venues. Body piercing shop over here. Look at all the shirts and stuff. Ocean City, Maryland, Crab Shack, Can't Fix Stupid. Sorry, Cowboys fans, but the Eagles fans just came up victorious in the Super Bowl. Got the Washington Commanders, the 49ers in the building. That's my team. And a lot of sweaters with Ocean City, Maryland. A lot of Ocean City, Maryland merch in the form of sweaters and hoodies. Okay. Purple Moose. It's lit up in there tonight. It's lit up in Purple Moose. It's like they have an amusement park down there. You can see the Ferris wheel lit up. And there goes the beach right there, of course. And as I mentioned, there's a lot of resorts and hotels right along the waterfront, the boardwalk. It's almost 10 o'clock, by the way. Another one of these souvenir shops right here. See if I see anything funny, see anything cool. There goes Trump. Trump in the Terminator thing right here. It says, "I'm back." It's one of my favorite shows of all time right here, the Boondocks. He got the Chicago Bulls, the Looney Tunes, and the reigning Super Bowl champ, Philadelphia Eagles. So yeah, you got Bugs Bunny, Wile E. Coyote, Sylvester, Daffy, and Tasmanian Devil. Wow. Really cool, really cool. There's plenty of those shops around. Night Still Young. Candy Kitchen.
Okay. I'll let you go. I don't want you to be sorry. Okay. All right. Okay, Patricia, bye, hon.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me shake or light?
I'm gonna go back there.
This gives me an idea. This makes me want to go to the boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey. It's gonna be one of these days. Okay, Somerset Plaza. You know, a lot of the stores are closing up shop with the exception of course, the nightlife venues. They got tarot card readings over here. Big Jim's bikes. So they have a bike rental spot over here. Walking a little further down the boardwalk. And there's a lot more down the other way. But check this out. You know, I gotta check out the sculptures. This, by the way, is over here the Ripley's Believe It or Not. They have a Ripley's Believe It or Not amusement park here. And as you can see, there goes the Hulk. And you have some type of rhinoceros right here. What in the world is this? The extremely overweight person right here. Wow. Yeah, this is the Ripley's Believe It or Not museum right there. Wish I had a bicycle. I bike around here. I bike down this boardwalk. Seems really fun. But I'm on foot. But yeah, it's early May, so the population, or as far as the tourist population, visitors are not as, it's not as much of them right now as it would be had it been, you know, the summertime. So this isn't peak travel season. But I can only imagine how this place be during the summer months like June, July. And I'm guessing too, and I'm under the assumption too, that a lot of these places will probably be open a lot later in the night. If it was the summertime, you know, if it was peak travel season, they'll probably be open a lot later because it's not even 10 o'clock yet. And a lot of these places have already closed up shop, so. Frozen custard. I never tried frozen custard. Have any of you guys? Let me know in the comment section. Have you ever tried frozen custard? Here's some hotels right here, right by the water. These hotel rooms up here on the balcony. It's another Ferris wheel, but this one isn't lit up like the other one is. The other one has the red, white, and blue American flag colors. Oh, they even have a haunted house over here. Ooh, ooh, spooky. I can imagine how it is during Halloween. I hear some harmonicas. Wonder if that's Stevie Wonder. Might not be. It might be somebody else. But I heard some harmonicas in the background. Welcome to Ocean City. Coast TV, NBC Coast TV. Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees will be here. Well, he was already here May 1st. That had passed. That was over a week ago. But I've reached the end of the boardwalk. Whew. That wind is hitting. Check this out over here. This white marlin is the Maryland state record of 135 pounds, caught on August 29th, 1980. Boat 5Cs. The angler was George Pearson. His mates John Ingram and Dick O'Neill, and the captain Charles Kratz. They caught this 135-foot white marlin. This thing is large. This thing is huge. But it doesn't surprise me because this is on the Atlantic Ocean, around that part of the country. So Ocean City, Maryland has long been known as the white marlin capital of the world. Of all the thousands of white marlin caught off the Maryland coast, the one encased here is the largest. The Maryland state record white weighed 135 pounds and was caught on August 29, 1980, as I just mentioned. To give you an idea of just how large this fish is, an average white marlin probably weighs just 45 to 50 pounds. Captain Charles Kratz, angler George Pearson, and mate John Ingram caught the record white on his boat 5 Seas during the Ocean City Marlin Club tournament that year. All 3 members were members of the Marlin Club. So yeah, that thing was huge. That thing was huge, man. 135 pounds when the average one is 45 to 50. That's crazy. They had to have a massive fishing net to get that. And here's some images right here. Brothers Paul and Townsend, Jack Townsend, Bill Hatch, and Captain Bill Rodney. Some of the first people to catch the white marlin off of Ocean City. McGee Yacht Boston, located on Somerset Street. Wow. Interesting that they keep these photographs around. 1940s, Daisy Rain Townsend, one of the first women to catch a white marlin off the coast of Ocean City, Maryland. Captain William Bunton with his son Tuffy on the left. George and Lillian Leidner right with 2 marlin and 1 dolphin. So they would just catch these bad boys like it was nothing. Unidentified men showing off their catch at Talbot Street docks. And even that's crazy. They had a tradition where when a person catches their first white marlin, they are thrown overboard at the docks. I don't think I would be too crazy about a tradition like that. And back in 1971, the first picture of color that I see right here, 1971, Maryland Governor Marvin Mandel and Captain William Tuffy Bunting posing at Talbot Street docks. So yeah, very interesting history right there as it pertains to the white marlin. And it brings us over here to the Ocean City Lifesaving Station Museum. And this 2.5-ton anchor that you see right here was recovered from an 1870 shipwreck known locally as the sailboat wreck. It was located by the commercial clam vessel Starlight, 19.6 nautical miles northeast of Assateague Island Lighthouse in 15 fathoms of water. Presented to the museum in memory of BMC William H. Parker of the United States Coast Guard in 1924 to 1946. So Mr. Parker served 22 years on the Coast Guard. Gift of Mr. and Mrs. A. Wayne Watson in 1981 with the quote, "God is our anchor and strength." Yes, God is our anchor and strength. He keeps us up and afloat and keeps us going. And this is another artifact right here. This is the British manufactured cannon. And this was acquired by an American private armed vessel during the American Revolutionary War or the War of 1812. And it was uncovered in the 1980s by a developer in front of a warehouse of the Fells Point area of Baltimore, Maryland. A common practice of the day was to use the condemned cannons as ballast and or bollards on piers. Many were used as corner posts on warehouses to prevent wagon wheel hubs from damaging the corners of brick buildings. Okay. So we're running across a lot of history down at this end of the boardwalk. And there goes the Lifesaving Station Museum again. Okay. And they have the largest fish right here, a tiger shark. This record 1,210-pound tiger shark was caught in the waters off of Ocean City, Maryland by Grace Cerniak of Buffalo, New York. The shark was caught on July 9th, 1983 while fishing aboard the Lisa with Captain Stuart Windsor and mate Gimberto. And Miss Cerniak was using a 80-pound test line and a 5/8 inches stainless steel shank baited with mackerel. When the fish took the hook, she fought the shark for 3.5 hours before bringing it alongside of the Lisa. And I guess the Lisa was the ship. Wow. A 1,210 pound tiger shark. I'm sure you will be fighting that bad boy for 3.5 hours. But this was gifted by William E. Sham Jr. and William E. Sham Sr., courtesy of the Ocean City Lifesaving Station Museum. So yes, this is the exhibit right here. It only cost $6 for admission into the Ocean City Life City Station Museum. Wow, here's a timeline right here. Mayor W.W. McCabe and U.S. Coast Guard William Purnell. This is the Beach Patrol timeline. So these are all people who, you know, served and was lifeguards and whatnot. You see the 1960s, there's a group of lifeguards. Group of lifeguards here. Group of lifeguards here. It was built in 1891, but dedicated as a museum in 1978. Again, we're talking about this building, the U.S. Lifesaving Station. And it's crazy because back in 1968, Ocean City's development continued to push north when additional land was acquired from 41st Street to 146th Street. And the Beach Patrol grew from 30 to 87 lifeguards. And in 1973, the first African American was hired as a beach lifeguard. And there's a newspaper article right there, black on white. And in 1997, Lieutenant Melbourne Butch Arbin III is appointed captain by a vote of the mayor and the city council. And Talia McKinney, 2004, first African American female lifeguard to be hired. So yeah, a lot of history as it pertains to the Coast Guard and the lifeguards here in Ocean City. But I reached the end of this side of the boardwalk. Walking down Talbot Street here in Ocean City, Maryland. And there goes a resort over there. Matter of fact, those are some condos down that street. It's called the White Marlin. And then you have this inn right here called the Talbot Inn. Mr. Ducks on the bay. And it has this message right here. It says, "Welcome moms, happy Mother's Day. Kitchen open." All right, happy Mother's Day. It's not officially Mother's Day yet. It's still May the 9th on Friday, but it's a couple of days from now. And Mama, I'll be back home to celebrate Mother's Day with you. We had to come down Talbot Street. Looks like they got a few things going on over here too. There goes Mr. Ducks right here. Talbot Inn, Mr. Ducks. And they have a Talbot Street pier over here as well. So I guess you can catch cruises from over here on the pier. And they also have this restaurant called the Angler, but I think they're closing up now. Yeah, it looks like they're closing up. I see all the chairs posted up on the table. So yeah. Check this out. Deep sea fishing cruises. You can do both over here. And they also have parasailing. And it's just another marker talking about the fishing industry here in Ocean City. Both commercial and recreational fishing have played an important part in development and growth of Ocean City, Maryland. The year 1897 marked the beginning of commercial fishing industry when members of the Ludlam family brought a crew of fishermen from Cape May, New Jersey, and began pound fishing off the coast of Ocean City. Fish pounds were huge traps made of nets located half a mile to over a mile offshore. The nets were secured by hickory poles, some as long as 60 feet, driven into the ocean floor in depths ranging from 32 to 44 feet deep. So after hauling in their catch, the crew would have their boat pulled ashore by a draft horse, and the fish were sorted and taken by horse-drawn carts to the railroad platform where they were weighed and packed in ice for market. Prices ranged from 2 to 12 cents per pound wholesale. And Captain Charles R. Bunton is credited with building a dock on this location at the foot of Talbot Street in 1918. He rented rowboats and sailboats to anglers wishing to fish the brackish Sinnapuxent Bay. Captains Levin Bunton, Ward Gray, Turner F. Cropper, and Harry Bunton were some of the local men who guided fish parties on the bay in that era. Okay, so recreational fishing took hold in Ocean City. So they would do head boating and party boating as a popular form of fishing here in Ocean City, Maryland. So they would just basically do it for recreation and sport. Here's images of them holding up their catches. And there goes Captain John Bunton and his deep sea charters and bay fishing from street docks in the 50s. Yeah, really dope, really dope. Kate Bunton Family Partnership. Captain Charles Bunting rented boats for 50 cents a day. Okay, not bad, especially during that time. So yeah, that's the history of fishing as it pertains to Ocean City, Maryland. And of course, it would be a major fishing spot because it's right by the ocean. Ocean City Baptist Church right here. Walking down the other end of Mason Avenue. And this is the Madison Beach Hotel. This is actually where I am staying tonight. I got me one night here at Madison Beach Hotel. It's a nice, pretty nice hotel room. They got nice rooms here. And for those who think I'm trying to stunt or anything like that, these bad boys only cost me $70, like a little over 70 bucks a night. And I'm only staying one night, so $70 a night for a room only a couple of blocks away from the beach. Not bad at all. Madison Beach Hotel. Free promo, free promo. But I do need some sponsors. I do need some sponsors from some of these hotel chains for sure. I'm just saying. We got this hotel right here. It's a Gateway Hotel. Yeah, you hear some loud mouths in the background. It's just some few people going off the alcohol, more than likely. Had a little bit too much to drink. As long as they safe and they get back to wherever they need to get safe, That's all that matters. And as long as nobody gets behind the wheel of a car, inebriated and intoxicated or whatever, then that's all that matters. We don't need any drunk drivers on the road. But a lot of resort hotels, as I mentioned earlier, down this stretch of road, need to find me something to eat, need to find me some grub, for sure. I don't know if it's too much open right now. You would think on a Friday night, some of these places would be open a little later, but I guess because like I said, it's early, it's not even peak season yet, so it's not a whole lot of traffic and tourists out during this time of the year. And it's probably why I was able to get that room at that rate, because this is off-peak season. I can imagine during peak season, peak travel season, them rates gonna be like crazy high. While I'm over here tripping, I thought it was too good to be true. I was like, ain't no way. $70 something to stay about not too far from the water. But it just dawned on me, it's like that because it's May. I bet all these hotel rates are going to skyrocket in June and July, August. And right over there is a spot called the Hotel Monte Carlo. And across from the street from where I'm standing right now is the Park Place Hotel. So it's not a ton of people traveling in the early part of May. Shoot, a lot of the kids are still in school. You know, so it's not a ton of people traveling. So that's probably why a lot of these hotels have vacancies and they're able to sell rooms at a lower rate, lower demand. I gotta talk them economics, you know. Okay, they have this church right there. It's well lit up. It's called St. Paul's by the Sea Episcopal Church. And here is City Hall. This is Ocean City City Hall. So I was wondering where the City Hall is, and it's right here. And they got these trees out here. These tree trunks with the lights all around them. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And here is the information about City Hall. City Hall is the municipal headquarters and the administrative seat for the town of Ocean City. The mayor and city council meet on the first and third Monday of the month and conduct work sections on the second and fourth Tuesday of the month. The building, now known as City Hall, was constructed in 1915 on 3rd Street and Baltimore Avenue to house a state normal school, which is a teacher's college. This was the first brick building in Ocean City. Eventually, it housed the elementary grades as well. Ocean City High School merged with Berlin's Buckingham High School in 1954 to form Stephen Decatur High School. The elementary grades remained in the building until the construction of Ocean City Elementary School on the mainland in 1965. City Hall has undergone several renovations over the years to better serve the public. Its classic dome is an iconic symbol for Ocean City and the downtown area. Okay, I think I did see that in an outline of the skyline. That iconic dome. And here's City Hall, historic City Hall. This photo by Richard Pulling. This was back in the day. And remember, elementary school used to be in this building. And this is also the Ocean City High School back in the 50s. And in 1952, the Ocean City High School boys basketball team won the Maryland Class C state championship. Quite an accomplishment, as this was one of the state's smallest schools based on student enrollment. Wow, that's interesting. But you know, hey, they was just that good. They were that talented. They were that motivated to win, being that, you know, they played with a chip on their shoulder. And here's the mayors of Ocean City. It's a lot. It was quite a few of them. Everybody from William Wilson, George Upshur, James Powell. Here's the rest of them right here. And the current mayor is Richard Meehan. And he was preceded by James Mathias and Roland Powell. Okay, so these are all the mayors who served of Ocean City, dating back all the way to 1894. Nice, nice. And the current mayor has been serving since October 2006. So we're talking 17 years. Wow. They don't have term limits on mayors? I don't know. Do they have term limits on mayors? Not that I'm complaining about that, because, you know, if the mayor's doing a good job, then, hey, that's what's up. But I didn't know if mayors had term limits or not. Kind of like how it is in Congress. And I wanted to come get this bird right here. It's called the Star Spangled Bird. And the artist was Corey Lynn Caulfield. Corey Lynn Caulfield, shout out to you for this really nice sculpture. And it's of this bird right here, has the American flag at the side of it. And it was gifted to Ocean City by Eunice Soren of Nassau Motel, OC Beach Birds 2003. I'm just reading right there what's on the little engraving right there. But yeah, shout out to Corey Lynn Caulfield for this beautiful piece of art. And that leads me to the end of this Ocean City, Maryland vlog. People, I done got hungry, so I want to go ahead and close this Ocean City, Maryland vlog down. But it was really nice to check out the city at night. I feel like I got a really good amount of footage. And you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell. That way you get notified each and every time I drop a new vlog. And also, if you're feeling generous, feel free to make a donation to either my PayPal or the Buy Me a Coffee. Links to both will be in the description box. Any donation, big or small, will greatly be appreciated. And all those donations will go strictly towards the channel and content creation. But with that in mind, good people, thanks again for watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Good night.